not a trusting being by design. I'm to existential survival. Um, I didn't trust the voice. Um, it's not possible for a human being to trust such an experience. Uh, I was in a state that was clearly, by the definition of psychiatry, a psychotic state. I had experiences within my process with the voice of multiple personalities and all kinds of things. I mean, I've always been very clear about the nature of my experience, that it was my experience. And that I'm grateful for it because of the byproduct of it. But something happened to me along the way. Some of you know me from the era when I wore this strange hat that had been sent to me from northern India, and I wore this thing for many years. It was my magician's hat. It was my mystical hat. And then one day I had the serendipity of turning on the television for my son in the countryside, and lo and behold, there was the verification of neutrinos with mass. And it was the day that I took off my mystical hat. And it was the first day that I could look within to my experience and say, whew, there's a piece of verification. Um, my whole process with what I was taught by the voice, because in fact I am truly simply the first student of all this, is that all along the way I've had this verification process, and as long as I was working within the bounds of human design, I've had so much satisfaction in this process. Satisfaction that it's legitimate. I mean, nothing has concerned me more than the legitimacy of this knowledge. Nothing. It's why it is so important for me to explore the depths of, design and personality, to get to the very core and foundation of the knowledge that this is truly a science, and it's a miracle science. I mean, it's a miracle science. It's not like I made it up. I mean, anyone who sees this extraordinary expanse of knowledge that has come out of all of this has to understand that no single consciousness is capable of that. I'm not capable of that. I'm capable of being a really good messenger, so it seems, in my ability to be able to synthesize what I experienced at another dimension, because it certainly wasn't the way in which you normally take in information. And it is one of those oddities for me, because I do have a completely unconscious mind, that I have no access to where all this stuff comes from. I have both my Neptunes in the 48th gate. I'm blind to my own depth. I'm like a fax machine, one of these cosmic fax machines, but it's not channeling. It's not coming from somewhere else. It's just being processed in here, and I have no access to it. And I've watched step by step the various verifications, various levels of the knowledge. And as I've moved along in that process, it's become clear to me that I don't have a right to withhold many of the things that I have withheld on the assumption that they're crazy,